Logan Paul versus Anison Gibb. Guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking about Paul versus Gibb. Middle East versus America. Hold on. America. So guys, I'm gonna get this right out of the way because it's gonna be a short and sweet video, like me. I'm 5'5". I'm short. Anyways, in conclusion, Gibb beats Paul, and you know why? Because he's got legs and he's Middle Eastern, so of course he's gonna win. Enough said. You can leave now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing around, just pulling your guys' legs, pulling your abs, curb your absisms. Guys, I'm losing it over here. I really am. Anyways, Logan Paul versus Gibb. I really don't think that this is a very fair fight, and I'm going to tell you why. Logan Paul is 6'2", 200 pounds. Last fight he was 180 something, but he's 190. Gibb, I believe, is 5'8", I think, 5'8", and I think weigh-in, hold on, I don't actually remember his weight. His weigh-in, he was, hold on. Well, let me just type in weight. Oops. Weight 2021. So he was 130. I think Gibb was like 160 or something, 170. The point is that Gibb was like a lot. You know, he's like he's naturally a 170 guy, I think. So Jake Paul. Logan Paul would have a huge weight and height advantage. And I think 5'9", 10, 11, 6'1", 6'2". It'd be like Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Like, Gibb would be as small as Mayweather. So I don't even think that a commission would verify this fight or would sign off on it, because I think it'd just be too much of a huge advantage for Logan Paul, and it wouldn't be safe for Gibb to fight him. Secondly, I do think that Gibb is really good at, I think he's like actually good at boxing now. And I think that, you know, against Taylor Holder, he had a nice jab. He has good head movement. He has an insane cardio, an amazing mentality, can take punches extremely well, and has that will to win and that dog in him. And he's got great body shots, and he knows how to tire you out. And you can just see right here, he's effective with the jab. He's keeping good distance. He's not getting overexcited. And he's just doing pure boxing and not getting brawly at all, which is what he used to do. And just the constant pressure, it just was great. Now, obviously, Taylor was not countering Gibb here. He did counter him a little bit. And Taylor could have definitely given Gibb a run for his money. But again, he just got lost in the pressure. But yeah, so I think that, you know, Gibb has a lot of pros going into that fight with Logan. But at the same time, Logan Paul has a huge height and weight advantage. He's very calculated, and again, he's someone that wants to fight but not get down and dirty and box you. So again, I don't think he's that dog in him that like that KSI and Gibb have, and I don't think that, like, if he got hurt by Gibb, I don't know if he would really want to continue. And also, we know that Logan Paul does not have the best cardio. However, we saw with Floyd that he was able to effectively use the clinch to tire out Mayweather and stop people's momentums. And we saw this with KSI, where KSI got very, I think, uncomposed when he couldn't really go in for the kill and do what he needed to do because Logan would constantly clinch him. So I think that Logan's constant clinching might get Gibb to lose a bit of that composure, and that's when Logan could really go in. And I think that Logan is very good at countering people as well, and I think that he probably knows how to beat Gibb very easily, and you could just keep Gibb off of the jab. And I think one big hit from Logan Paul, and I think Gibb would be rocked and really badly. Although it might take more than one punch because Logan isn't necessarily going fully with all of his punches. But, like, I think it would kind of go the way that, you know, the footage you're watching are, like, Logan just kind of going off and not really taking it seriously. So I don't think Logan would be afraid of Gibb, but, like, not underestimate him. But, like, I think Logan, like, mentality-wise, would not be super stressed out to fight someone like Gibb. And, again, I think that Logan just would have too much power, and I think this fight would not last super long purely because of Logan Paul's power. However, I think if Gibb is able to make it past round 3 and box really smart and not get hit and just have a lot of head movement and maybe not do a lot, I think he could do a lot of damage to Logan Paul and tire him out and maybe win on points. But, like, honestly, I think that Logan's power is just only the real reason why Gibb would lose to him. If they were the same height and same weight, I'd say that's a 50-50 fight, but because of the huge height and weight advantage, I think that Logan Paul would pretty much destroy an Isan Gib with ease, purely based on his power and the fact that Gibb is not a naturally powerful fighter, and that he doesn't have that knockout power. And Ryan Garcia is small, but he has that knockout power, and you could definitely probably KO Logan Paul. Um, and even like Floyd is could knock out Logan Paul, but this would take longer. And then this all goes back to Jake Paul versus Gibb, because in Jake Paul versus Gibb, we see that Vidal Riley said the big takeaway he got from that fight is to not have mismatched fights and have people that are two different weight classes, and that we saw that when Gibb fought somebody like Jake who was bigger than him, he couldn't deal with that intense power. I mean, just look at the guy. So again, I think we've seen him fight one Paul brother, and I think it would be even worse if he fought the bigger, I'd say stronger Paul. I mean, than Jake is. So again, I think that Gibb loses this fight, but I think that he could make it. I'd say a solid 3 or 4 rounds with Logan, but I think he would really only be successful for a round, and I think he would just get too hurt. And I could see it going the way that Jake versus Gibb went, where the ref necessarily. It's not like it's a 3 point knockdown rule, but it still would be the ref would just call it off at some point. But I think Gibb could get seriously knocked out. So I wouldn't want to see this fight happen, but it is an intriguing concept. That's my opinions. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And Strike Ninja, thanks for the idea. Bye.